Good day, everybody, it's Max, and this is Satisfactory 1.0, you betcha! And on today's episode, hey, we need some computers and concrete. Two things you usually wouldn't put together, but we're going to do that today. You know it. Before we get started, of course, big thanks to recent subscribers. Their names are going at the bottom of the screen. Of course, to all those who watch later on, and of course, to live chat, including Mr. O. I hope it's all good in the neighborhood. I hope it's all great for everybody, and I appreciate it very much. Yeah, well, 8-Ball's really slow lately. He's just really slow lately. It is what it is. You know, I just take it as fact, I guess. So anyway, you know, and unfortunately, because I've just been so busy. Ooh, how about we try to push the other button there, Max? Okay, cool. I've been so busy. With family members in the hospital, and just to make it even more fun, we had to move a family member to a different hospital, which is farther away. So it's about 100 kilometers away. So now it's really tricky because, of course, now to visit that family member, it's literally, you know, you're looking at driving for like an hour. Each way, and that's on top of everything else. So yeah, I mean it's getting crazy. That being said, though, we will talk about. I have been updating all my video editing stuff. I've been doing so many live streams, of course, in the past few years that I've done very few videos, and so a lot of that stuff had to be updated. But I've actually been very busy, you know, in my very late free time to actually update all the software and some of the slides and transitions and all that stuff for doing videos again. So we're going to have Exogate, of course, just released 1.0 last week. And I thought, well, we should bring that back. And at the same time, I've got Prison Architect basically ready to go. So we may actually do a couple of videos along with live streams, because of course live streaming is a little bit tricky at the moment, and of course, but I mean, you know, I enjoy doing it, but it is getting pretty hard to deal with at the time. I am going to do Exogate because I'm so freaking awesome at it. You know me, I love my base builder my base building type mountain things, base building games, right? So what am I doing down here? Of course, before we get started, one of the big challenges we got coming up ahead is iron and copper. And so I have been slowly collecting resources. That's what all these lines are slowly doing. Believe it or not, I do spend late nights jumping on top of very tall mountains, chasing after resources, and we are slowly bringing all them resources back towards the space elevator garden, and of course we are going to put that all together. Yeah, oh yeah, because you know I'm going to have the crazy base, right? I mean, you know, because that's a thing. I enjoy Exogate and Prison Architect. And so with Exogate out, I thought we would give it another run. I'll give it a proper video run. I even thought about doing it today as the stream, but I did have this ready first. So I did have this ready to go first. So I will do this, and then I'll handle Exogate throughout the week. Is what I'll do. All right, but we got things to do here, people. We got things to do. So, hey, guess what? Computers are on the list. And computers, circuit boards, quick wire, and some rubber will make me computers. Well, it turns out I have a bunch of quick wire here somewhere. Yeah, well, is it as much as I'd like? Probably not, but we are going to probably borrow some of that. Just for the time being, because that's what I do. I temporarily borrow stuff to make things work, is what I do. And then, of course, I go back later and I add all the necessity extras to it to make it all come together. Let's see, where are we going to put this? Let's put it here, I think. And we need that, and we'll need that. And We'll probably need some of that. There we go. So we are just going to borrow some of these lines here for now. We won't make this too difficult on us, I don't think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Wow, really? Is that where that goes? Are you trying to help me here, game? Yes, you are. And I actually need 2 more. Okay. I mean, game, if you're willing to help me on this, I am all for it. No, don't do that. Listen, work with me here, game. You were trying to help me there 30 seconds ago, and I was really liking it. Yeah, there's what we want. Do that. All right, there we go. That'll get us some copper or some criterium wire down here. That should handle that little part of the thing. Well, the video editing is fine. I just had to update all my templates and stuff. Like, one thing about doing videos before doing live streaming is I had a lot of stuff set up fairly quickly. So like when I record stuff, I could actually put it together fairly fast. With templates. I mean, I am a computer geek, so I use a lot of templates for a lot of things. This is beautiful. All right, this is perfect. Good. Okay. So, yeah, I just had to fix all them templates and stuff, because some things have changed over time, right? We're using slightly different borders now, and the end card needed an update and stuff. Just general stuff, really, I guess, is what I would call that. Okay, so we should be good to go there. Now, I guess I got to put these together first, right? Or that's not going to get anywhere. Okay, we'll slam all this together. All right. And right now, I'm more concerned just about getting one side of the computers up and running. Again, I haven't got enough machines connected together to run all this out full blast. I am putting all the machines down as if we're running them full blast, but the resources just aren't there. So for now, what we do, of course, is we set it up as if we're setting it up as if I have all the stuff, and then when I get all the stuff, we'll actually just be able to add on to it, right? All right, there we go. Okay, now for you to come down here, my friend, all the way down. Do you want? We should take it from this side, I guess. And again, this is set up to handle 10 lines. All right, so just to point this out, 10 lines are set up to be done here with criterium wire. I am literally just borrowing this because it's easier, right? All right, so do that. And are you giving me a hard time on this? No. It stinks. All right. Well, we'll do it from this side, I guess. There, done. Okay. Let's see. So we got the wire going in. Yay, us. 1 down, 2 to go. Circuit boards, next on the list. Yeah, so, but I've spent the last couple of days just updating all the templates and all the stuff, and really, it's kind of ready to go. Now I just gotta start recording episodes. So I figured there was no sense me doing the episodes until I had all the templating stuff done, because, well, you know what it's like, right? Like, if you don't do it now, you'll never get it done, type of deal. So, all right. And I didn't want to be like halving it everywhere, right? Like, if the templates were not done, you did a video and then you were doing everything manually, it would take 5 times longer, and really the last thing I have right now is time on my hands, because I just don't have time on my hands. It's definitely not a good thing, right? Okay, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we need to go 6 with this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5. We can go 6 here. Is that going to give me what I want? I think so. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Does that mean I want to try and stick this in the top entry? Rubber is right here. Of course, this power tower happens just to be here. There's not much I can do about that. All right, so there's the rubber we need. I could probably sleep the rubber off and use one of these lines too. Okay. Well, let's get the circuit boards down here first. How about you do that, Max? Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that. Somewhere around there. We'll just drag this along. I guess I really didn't need that first tower, but anyway, it's fine. It's perfectly fine. There we go. Now, do you want to do something really cool? Something like, why does that look crooked? Because it is, and we don't like that. Did I 1, 2, 3? Yeah, I did too. I added one too many there. All right, try that again. Yeah, come here. All right, so it's going to give me one of them little rinky-dinky, binky-dinky things, right? Because, of course, this is going to be one too high now. Well, of course it's one too high. Well, that would be great, except that that's not what I want either. Darn it. Okay. You know what? For now, I will fix this later. I will fix this later. Darn it. Okay. Let's get this out here. I think this is where the rubber hits the road, like literally. How high is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, that's on the 5th one because that would have been too convenient. Sure. All right, well, it is what it is. So I guess we'll have to bring that down here, and then it will have to do this little maneuver. Okay, let's get these ones down anyway. I will have to... I'll look at it later, and what I'll do is I'll probably come up with some bridging method. Something like that over there, right? Where I, come up with a method to step these down. I haven't had a lot of luck doing the one-step method with lifts, but maybe it's something I'll get a hold of. There we go. Boop. Right. Looks good. There. Done. Now we need to... Oh, they are powered. Sorta. Well, they're sorta powered? Are they powered or not powered? They're not powered, so I've got the power poles done, but they're not plugged in anywhere. Oh, okay. Sorta. I mean, I'll take that as a win, actually. Simply because... yeah, we're going to take that as a win because that will be really cool for laters. Sure. Where are we going to put the output on this? Somewhere around there? Yeah, well, keeping in mind, like that circuit board line, I could move that anywhere, right? I chose 5, but what I could probably do, you know what? Let's hook this up first. Then we'll go over there and plug it in. Yeah, we'll plug it in, and it'll be awesome. Yup. And yeah, there we go. Now we'll run down the other end. So on the other end, I chose 5 because I thought 5 was a good number. Turns out it's a terrible number for circuit boards. So what I could do is I can change this around. I'm going to cough here for a second, so just hold on a second. My goodness. I'm still dealing with that crazy sickness I had. So I chose 5 to come underneath these belts, but what I'll do is I'll change that to 7 and go over the plastic belts. And then, of course, that will leave line 5 open for rubber. So I can take line 5 and go straight across here and then do the little bridging. I'll do line 7 and just come down and underneath for that later is what I'll do for that. All right, let's plug these suckers in. Yeah. Where are we plugging you in at? There's no power wires here for you anywhere, dude. And that's because we haven't got any close wiring done here yet. Do you want to try and run it down that way? I mean, I can. Sure. And sure, we can hook onto that. All right, there. That should be our computers up and running. Yeah. Computers being made, at least on one side. And once I get a little more Criterium wire down here, we'll crank that up even more. I think I actually have I need one more line, I think. If I have one more line of Criterium, I can actually get all these factories turned on. It turns out, like I said, I have been dragging materials over here, and I have almost enough Criterium dragged over here now for the entire elevator build. So I could actually get most of these all fired up now, and then put in all the lines, and then I could bring these probably online. I do have enough rubber on that line to handle this, so that would be that. And I think the problem is copper. Again, I have to deal with copper situation. But that is going to be the computer part of our Phase 3 balls. Computer balls. I don't know what they're called, but they're anyway. That's Phase 3 of them. Well, at least the computer parts, right? If we go over here and have a look-see. Yeah, so this thing wants... he wants computers. He wants circuit boards and computers, right? Well, the other thing he wants is heavy modular frames. And for heavy modular frames, we need concrete, it turns out. So, ta-da! Let's go deal with that now and see what we got going on there. All right, so let's take a quick jaunter to the other side where I've been busy over here doing things. So not only have I been working on video stuff to prepare some Exogate and some Prison Architect, as I just ran out of gas, and that's really a bummer. Luckily, we have gas on us. Thank you. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Not only have I done that, but I have been very busy over here, not only dragging materials around the map, but preparation for stuff. Now, this was all iron and just copper, and I did have a little bit of a cement setup right over here, but that tiny cement setup was just for foundations. It was never really going to handle the volume that I needed. Now, the unexamined life not worth living. Listen, Socrates, I'll talk about it later. The other thing, though, was this. We need concrete, and a lot of it. So I actually took this first row of copper, converted it over to a concrete build, and now we're going to make concrete. Yeah, that's a thing. We're going to make concrete in this first row. Now, to do that, I needed a lot of water, like so much water. But all of this needs water, it turns out. Yeah, and water's not free. So let's take a quick tour down this way, and we'll have a look at that. Okay, well, this is actually a good place to throw parking into chaos. Okay, so water. Boom, baby. We have water everywhere, and this isn't even close to what I need. I need so much more water. So much more. I need so much more. No. There's even more over here. Oh, no, there's water everywhere. In fact, you can't go past this point, it turns out. That's why these guys are on their side. and we're putting more water in here all the time. I need water for all of these rows. This thing has to like give me water forever. So anyway, on the odd occasion, along with all the other things I'm doing, we even throw in some free stuff here to get water. But it turns out concrete needs a lot of water, like so much water. So I had to put in even more pumps underneath there and add 3 lines of water to this thing just to get this to work. But yeah, it should work. Well, it's going to get close to working anyway. And it's going to make concrete. Yeah, like each one of these wants 100 water a minute and 120 limestone. Guess what I don't have? 120 limestone for each machine. There's 16 machines here. That's like a lot of limestone. And that ain't happening yet. But we will get a few of these machines up and running. So let's work on that. All right, so we got to come back down this way. Where are we going to put this box? Because, of course, when we have the outcome, the output, we're going to need a box. And we got to put it somewhere. Okay, so this has all been cleaned up. These machines were all torn down, put back together. These are all the old ingots from all of that. So that was a pain. that was so painful. It's fine, though. It's perfectly fine. And, of course, this was the old copper line for that. Now we're going to take this out temporarily. I don't know. You know what? I'm not going to take the rest of that line out. I may use that as my... Well, okay, just hold on a second. How many is this going to throw out? That's 80. Yeah, so, like, you need, like... 6, 12. You need 3 lines of... Well, using Mark IV belt, of course. We're going to need 3 lines just to do that. So I might clean up that bottom line there and then just kind of make that all for copper, and then I'll make a new line for concrete and take it maybe down that way. But we will give it its own box for now, so as we can get that done. So this looks like it's a duplication of something. No, not you. Just you guys. There we go. Done. We'll take this out of here. We'll take these out of here. We'll just get the concrete started and go from there. Let's have a looky. Looky. I could try and slam this box right on the end. Well, okay, that's not going to work either because you need so much of this concrete, dude. Anyway, we'll put the box here for now, and then we'll at least get a few of these machines up and running. Okay, so that's going to do that. 120. Well, I mean, that's so much limestone, right? So that is so much limestone. So 120, 240, 360, 480. So really, I can only, on Mark IV belt, I can only do these 4 machines, right? So we might as well just cut that right off there. And that's if this belt is full, and I don't think I can even fill it. All right, let's go exploring for some for this. All right, well, hey, look at this limestone. This is from the old build, of course. Let's see how much limestone this all has down here. And you gotta remember, these are Mark II miners. This is a Mark I miner. Really? That's terrible. Let's at least get these guys upgraded, maybe, huh? Sure. Right, you're a Mark I miner? Yeah, I mean, we're talking, these are old day miners. Okay, so let's see, let's go make some miners here, and we'll plug it all together. Jamie, what's up? I hope it's all good in the neighborhood. Yeah, the frame rate seems to be working pretty good. I'm actually using, I was dreading the terrible call to the ISP provider, which I am still going to do, but at the same time, OBS has a new feature in it, which is in beta phase, called dynamic frame rate. And so basically, what I told it to do was I said, this is the minimum I want. Okay. And sure enough, what it does is even though on the odd occasion it is dropping below that frame rate, I don't know where it's getting the extra frames or if it's using a new AI freaking thing or whatever it's doing. But it's doing something somewhere and making it up as it goes, I guess. So, yeah, I will say this new beta branch dynamic KBS frame rate thing seems to be working pretty good. Why would I have this bench down if I mean, I only put bench. Yeah, I was gonna say portable miners, dude. We need 2 of those. There's 3. There's 4. There we go. Get rid of that junk. We don't need that. You probably don't need them ingots. What else do you not need here? Well, you can drop the rest of this stuff off. Oh, yeah, but this is such a pain. Like one board. What, you going to carry one board around with you? Get out of here. All right, so let's get this all plugged in. What are you doing? You're a miner Mark II, but you're busy. Well, yes, you would be busy if I had things turned on, I guess. So is this thing just sitting in the middle of nowhere now? Okay, let's act. Oh, okay, so this is where we had things set up. All right, we're good. Yeah, it seems to be working. No, I shouldn't have. I mean, I pay for 1.5 gigabit download and 1 gig upload. I mean, 1 gigabit upload. I mean, that's crazy numbers, right? And I wasn't even doing doing a part of that. Well, I'm not going to assume it's OBS because even though, like I said, I have a minimum requirement set for this, and it shows it to me on the bottom of the screen. That being said, though, it does drop below the number. But when it drops below the number, it still must be doing something in the background to bring the number up to my minimum. So, like I said, you know, all this dynamic AI generation, frame rate stuff that, you know, NVIDIA and all these guys are coming out with now, like, I mean, literally the game's being made up inside of AI now. You're not even get to play the stuff anymore. So I will say it should have just worked. That being said, we'll see what happens. And I did just update OBS again, so I might turn that dynamic off and then do a stream, like a test stream or something, see about that. But I would like to call the ISP, do a test stream with it turned off, and see what happens. But unfortunately, my life is just so crazy right now. You know, tying up that kind of time is just really bad, to be honest. It's not a good time to be tying that kind of tying stuff up right now. Okay, so we want to put this here. Mark II, let's go. Throw that in there. So what does that give you? That will give you 120. Well, it turns out, please say I have them on me. Okay, hit the sort button. Yes, you do have them on you, Max. Look at that. Power shards. I know. Zip. 300. Okay. We're going to get at least 4 of these suckers to work. We used to have a lot of issues with OBS when we used it. It was left on too long. It used to drift and lose sync. And I mean, considering it's freeware, right? I believe that issue even still exists. That being said, you know, for streamers and stuff like that, you know, I mean, now, yes, if you're doing like a 24-hour stream or something like that, it may give you a lot of headaches, right? Because it's like, yikes, you know. But, you know, you stream only for a couple hours. Even if I stream 3 or 4 hours, it doesn't tend to drift too bad. We'll take it. We'll take the win as we can get it, right? All right, there we go. So there's 600. I mean, this belt only holds 480, so we weren't getting any more on that sucker even if we wanted to. Where are you going with? Where are you going to hook this power up? Okay, I guess you're hooking it up there. All right, yeah. Things go up and down. Drill, baby, drill, as certain politicians would say. Is that a thing that? Yes, it is. It's a thing that's happening. Okay, well, let's plug this sucker in. All right, let's make things happen. All right. So, right? Not this hole because this doesn't exist anymore. Let's go this way. You're going to plug in up there now. Well, you're not because you can't reach it. Okay. We're going to plug this in right there. Boom, baby. Let's make magic happen. Maxie needs a new pair of cement shoes. All right. Push the E button on that, dude. Yes. Yeah. Water and things. Like, that's a... I mean, that's crazy. The amount... Now, I will say 80 concrete a minute is what this machine pumps out. That's a lot of concrete. Right? I mean, that's crazy number concrete. You know, like look at that. That's... I mean, this is crazy number concrete going on here, right? You know, like, you want to fill a box. Boom, you're going to fill a box with concrete. So, that gets at least the partial row of concrete up and running, as well as the computers up and running, which was way faster than I expected. That's way faster. You know what? In fact, it happened so fast, I think I'm going to go back here and just try and fix up this these... we'll fix these lines up here. Not here. I think we'll go back here, and we will fix these lines up. Because, you know, I expected that to take like an hour or a little bit over an hour, and that only took me 40 minutes. So, I guess I got a little more time than I expected. All right, so let's fix this up because, you know, things, right? I can fix things up. All right, so we'll get rid of that. Do that. We'll do this, and we'll get this. Okay, so we're going to add 2 more onto each of these. 1, 2. And close that up. Get rid of this. And 1, 2. Right. Please tell me that's going up and over the plastic. Yes, it is. All right, very good. Okay, if these guys start emptying out their wares, are they going to be able to get that down here? Like, how many are you guys doing? You're doing 8 a minute, 9 a minute. So you're doing like 36. I don't have my spreadsheets up at all, right? So say 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So each row does 90. That's 180. So that'd be 3. So the next 2 rows would be 360. Yeah, all right. So it can all fit on a Mark IV belt. Okay, well, that's fine. I'll just have all the outputs come down here. They can all just merge into a single line, which then, of course, shoves itself into that box. The box then shoves things back out. We like shoving things back out of the box. It's always important. Oh, I knew I was going to hit the button the wrong time. Drive me crazy. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I'll try and balance myself on this. Oh, okay. Yeah. Stop. Gee whiz. Okay, there we go. Yep, that'll work. Thank you. All right. We'll clean this up. We'll make it. I might as well clean it up and make it look pretty now, so as saves me a little time later on. All right, there we go. Okay, so now this can have line 5, which is fine. And how do you want to handle this? Let's go 5 here. Okay. Somewhere's right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sure. Did you want to do the other one here as well? Sure. 1, 2, 3. 6, 7. Am I going to get you to go into here pretty like that? Right, that's where we want that, I think. Something like that, and then you go into there. And then you go into there. What? What? Are you serious? Listen, you go into there. Okay, let's just make sure that all worked. Yes, it does appear to be working. Excellent, there. See, that cleans that right up. It makes it much more neat and pretty. There, now I'm pretty happy about that. And I just realized I'm now going to have to do that for this side too. And, well, that's okay, because I can put a splitter here and a splitter here, and then just have that do over here. You know what? I should actually try to put these in. At least if the lines are here, then I can work with that, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Can we do this by 3 just so as we don't run out of lines? Okay, we can do that. 1, 2, 3.5. Yeah, let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now we can do this here, right? Okay, right there. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then turn. And then this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 3 out. 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's see how close I get that. And then you should fit in there, no problem. You're already hooked up. We like that. You do this. You do that. You will do that. And you will do this. And now that I have that all set up, all I have to do later on is just when I get the extra stuff. All right, Jamie. Breakfast time is over. You and the family, have a good one. I'll catch you on the flip side. All good. Okay, so with that now cleans up the computer stuff. In fact, we should go have a look. See, where's my car? Where did we park the car, dude? I don't know. Okay. We'll take a quick run over here. Have a look. Okay, this should be now filling with computers. Oh yeah, that's boom, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Let's have a quick gander down here at the criterium itself. Like I said, I've been dragging this stuff over. I just don't know if I might have hooked the lines in already. And again, I don't have my spreadsheets open at the moment, and I'm not going to even bother trying to get that all straightened out right now because that's just crazy. But I have 2 lines of criterium coming in there. Yeah. Sure. And is that raw material? No, those are bricks. Those are the bricks. The raw material is going in on this side here, Max. Take a walk. Okay, here's your raw material right there. There's raw material for one, and then there's the other one. I wonder if that's got enough stuff going through it to actually handle that kind of volume. Okay, well, anyway, the finished ingots are coming out this side. I think I actually did get this up and running to full capacity here. So the 2 lines of ingots are coming out. All right, well, let's take a quick drive back this way for a second. All right, so we got, well, we have 1, 2, 3, well, we have a couple of the rows running. Well, these rows are running, right? Yes, they are. Yep. It's just that these are so full that they're not emptying out. What about you? What are you doing? You're not doing anything, because you're a bum. Okay. Did I miss the whole row? Looks like I missed something here. Okay. But no, there are ingots here for the most part. I think I just missed them first 2 machines. Okay, so cool. All right, well then you guys are good to go. I guess that now means who's getting what here? So if I've got 2 rows of machines, how many do I have in each row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 20 on each line. 20 machines at 12 machines. That's 12, 24. That's, yeah, 240 per row. Okay, so I have 2 rows of 240. And how many do each of you guys want? You want 37 and a half. No, that's copper. Right. 7. 7 and a half. Right. That's the problem here. The problem isn't the quick wire. The problem is copper. Right. And that's why you're hooked up. You're also hooked up. And then... right. You're hooked up. You're hooked up. And then this is a weird little merger thing I got going on here, right? We gotta fly up here to have a look. Okay. What are you? It looks like it doesn't look like a splitter at all. Yeah, it's a merger. Why is this a merger? This seems really weird. Why are you a merger? That doesn't seem right. Now, yes, I do want a merger here at some point in time. So any ingots that would be left over, right? So if you have ingots being fed into the first 2 machines, and then let's say they only need 220 out of 240 of those ingots, right? Well, then I'd want the last 20 ingots to then become part of the second line to fill the rest of the machines. But that's not what I'm doing here. This is a weird thing because I'm pulling off of that line, right? Yeah, like that's a, right? That is what I'm doing, right? Yeah, I'm pulling off of that line onto that line. What did you do here, Max? Because that doesn't make sense. Oh, right. I know what I did. Never mind. I'm good. Okay, I'm fine. Yes, this is right. This is not a merger that's going from left to right. This is a merger going north to south. And these 2 lines are actually coming into this merger and then spitting out into this line here. That's what's going on. Because there's 5 lines of material here. And 2 lines go over here. 2 lines go over here. And then the remaining ingots merge into here. That's what's going on. Okay, then this is... yeah, see this? And that's what this is doing down here. This down here is taking the remainder ingots and shoving them back towards that 5th option. Wow. Yeah, it's incoming from both sides. So, yeah, so when I was first looking at it, I thought I had this kind of setup, like that, but that's not what I got. What I got is this kind of setup, where the 2 lines are coming in from either side, and they're actually going out into the machines that way. That's why it's a merger and not a splitter. Okay, well, you know, things happen. It's really, I must admit, the last several months of my life have been very crazy. It's been pretty crazy. And so you forget things, you know, on the odd occasion. That's a thing that happens. You do forget things. So yes, copper is the... So I've got all the criterium actually set up. The ingots part anyway. The big problem here is copper. We just don't have the copper volume. Yeah, and that's a thing. Yeah, copper volume. It's going to be ugly. it's just going to be ugly. Because I think I'm capturing all the copper, like just about anywhere and anywhere I can get it, right? Yeah, like all this copper has already been taken, right? So I don't have it all plugged in. I do have these 3 plugged in, because that's what the copper we're getting right now. That one over there is claimed It's not hooked into the machines, though. I also have 2 lines and a bunch of copper coming in on this way. And what we'll do to wrap this one up is we'll travel down this way just to have a look at those before we call this one in. Good timing, though. The sun, is going down, so, that's always a good deal. So, yeah, Exogate. I hope to record and get some episodes of that out this week, and then Prison Architect. I'll probably do Exogate a couple of times this week, and then do Prison Architect, because Prison Architect 2 isn't coming out right away, right? So I can be a little more lax with that one, I guess is the word we'll use. And of course, I am already 2 days behind doing this live stream because of everything that's going on in all the hospitals, right? So it is what it is. So yes, but this on the next episode is, well, we definitely need the copper because I need the Criterium wire, and we also are going to need heavy modular frames because it turns out heavy modular frames are needed for the tier 3 golf balls that we this crazy, which I still don't know the name of. Gee whiz. You know what? Build a machine here. And the other thing I did do was clean this all up. So this is all cleaned up now and ready for another expansion of rubber and plastic, which, yay, I'm not really looking forward to, but it has to be done. So put that down there for a sec, Max. Push buttons. The adaptive control units. I don't know why I can't remember the name of that thing. Anyway, whatever. So the adaptive control units. This is the alternative speed wiring. I think the other one is made. I'm assuming the other one is made in an assembler, is it? It must be. Right, so automated wiring, the automated wiring's by default made in an assembler, but the alternative, right, you get 1 out of that, and what do you get out of this sucker? You get 4, but that's a lot of wire. And of course, you're not only, it's not only just a lot of wire, you're also having to make stators, which is more wire, so this is an awful lot of wire be thrown at stuff, right? And again, more Criterium and more wire, just more, just more wire. So I can't see me doing that way. I would think I've probably set it up to do automated wiring this way, but I'd have to go look at my plans. I'd have to go dig out my notes to figure that out. But yes, in this case though, we couldn't care less about that anyway. We need the heavy modular frames first, and we are doing the alternative. I'm avoiding screws at all costs because screws are just screws bad, very bad. So we are going, and this is why I need so much concrete because yes, you get 3 frames, but it takes 22 concrete, and it takes 64 seconds. Sure, just invent a time. Just invent a time. I mean, we just invent times here, right? Yeah, and of course, an encased industrial beams also takes concrete and pipe. Well, we have all kinds of pipe being made. So, of course, that was done for much earlier for Proto Tier 2, so we're good there. Yeah, coming from, but yeah, right. So, yes, that is where we got all that. Where do you want to hang out at for the final shot here of today? Let's work my way back to the outposts. I'll go back to the outpost base. So yeah, that's heavy modular frames. Definitely has to happen on the next one. Power's looking pretty good. Of course, offline throughout the week, I'll be continuing doing little things such as hunting down more copper, more iron. Train lines will have to come in here sooner or later. And not to say as I'm trying to avoid trains, but I am. I'll be honest. I know how much can come in on a belt. 480 a minute. Trains and train times. Now, yes, I will say Satisfactory is really, really awesome now that their train schedules and stuff like that. It will actually tell you like if the train's running on a nice schedule, right, where there's no interruptions, it will tell you how many ingots per minute you're actually getting off of that train, right? Which is awesome. That being said, belts are belts, and I know what belts do. As I'm watching the galaxy go by over there on the right, which is really cool, actually. I got some nebula above me, and I got the galaxy now settling on the right. It's too bad. I wish it would stay up a little longer, but anyway, I also wish Jeff would fly over to the Rocky Desert, so we could fly over the factory over there. Yes, I can get up there other ways, but it'd just be fun if Jeff were to fly up and over it. I think it'd be really cool if Jeff did it for us. Now, let's see, where do you want to park? Well, we'll just park right here. So we got all the snow machines and stuff still working from the Christmas event. So we'll leave them in as long as we can, right? In the middle of the summertime, we may be looking for that extra cool snow to cool us down, but nevertheless, it's fine, people. It's fine. Okay, so with that, besides you get to see a little bit of Christmas lights and all the things, I'm Max. This has been Satisfactory 1.0. We got computers up and running. We have concrete up and running. That was the goal. And we even cleaned up my mess of lines to make sure that computers could be expanded as soon as I find enough copper to make it all run like crazy. But yeah, I mean, it is going to get to a point where I've got to spend X amount of time just dragging resources all over the map, right? So big thanks to all those who hit the subscribe button. Appreciate that very much, as the names are going at the bottom of the screen. Of course, to Mr. O and to Jamie, thanks for hanging out and doing the things. I appreciate that very much. And it's just a crazy time in my life. It's just a crazy time in my life, and that's just the way life is sometimes. You have years that are, fairly peaceful and straightforward, and then you have some years that are just chaotic and a mess, and that's what we got. So with that, I'm off to have a bite to eat, all the things, make phone calls, check in with relatives, the whole 9 yards. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Stay tuned for Exogate coming up here in the next day or two, and I'll see you all on the next one. Take care.